If intelligence really protected us from bad decisions, half of us wouldn't have an ex, a debt, or a Navy tattoo we just don't talk about.
And yet, here we are, smart, capable, but still the occasional train wreck.
So it's not that you're dumb,
It's that your brain is operating in overdrive.
you're just driving in the wrong direction. Welcome back to Half Right. Today we're walking through the 5 big reasons that smart people keep doing dumb stuff.
And if you recognize yourself in any of these, congratulations, you're in the right place.
So let's start with the one that's been the bane of my existence, overthinking.
Reason number one, smart people do dumb things, turning a simple decision into a 5-alarm fire.
I think smart people overthink because when something feels easy, they just don't trust it.
And another reason might be that most smart people really hate being wrong, even about little things. So I can think of somebody who's very smart and who, for example, we're in different rooms and Rick comes to my room and tells me something. I can be sure that he's going to go and come back at least 3 times. And so if I'm watching something, I have to pause it and just wait, because he's coming back because he's been overthinking it.
Yeah, well, I just like to be thorough. Well, I'm not the only one who's a little obsessive about things because you have a tendency to, when we're making a decision on something, I'll just use an example like when we're deciding on what to have for dinner or where to go for dinner. So we will have made the decision, but after the decision's already made, you are notorious for just continuing to give options even after we've already made a decision. So I'm not the only one who's a little bit obsessive.
Well, the next option could be a little better. So overthinking might be the fear that simple equals not intelligent or not right.
But the exact opposite is really true. Remember the old acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. I think smart people rationalize bad choices because they're really good at building a story that makes nonsense sound reasonable.
Oh, absolutely. The smarter you are, the better the excuses get. Or you analyze a bad idea in such detail that you convince yourself you're right.
Yeah, I can think of a couple of examples of you exuding that. The time you bought the sewing machine, the one you've used twice, or when we've been good on our diet all week, and then you convince yourself that on the weekend that bringing home a dozen donuts was a good idea.
Of which you eat 9. Anyway, you yourself, just remember the last time that you convinced yourself that you should take that last trucking job.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, touche. Yeah, well, rationalizing is what happens when your brain works harder to defend the bad decision than it would have taken to make a good one.
If you can write a dissertation for it, there's a good chance the choice wasn't right to begin with.
Yep.
What?
It's easy for smart people to forget that no matter how sharp their mind is, emotions can still sneak in the back door and take control.
Exactly. You can't think your way out of fear, shame, or insecurity. You just come up with fancier explanations for them.
Yeah, yeah. I know recently we had some guests over, and you guys were talking shop about work. I didn't work where you did, and so I just got bored, started thumbing around on my phone, and I ended up buying a gimbal, which I had not planned on buying at all. So I made an impulse buy out of boredom.
In all fairness, it was before you and I met. I had 2 dogs, and I happened to go to the dog shelter
Oh, I know this story.
and came back with 3 more.
Yeah. So you had a total of
5.
5 dogs. Yep. I think that falls into this category too. But you know, emotions don't care how smart you are. They just show up, plop down in front of the TV, and dare you to touch the remote.
And when emotions pick the show, it's never one you wanted to watch.
Usually not. I think a lot of smart people claim perfectionism is high standards, even when half the time it's just fear or insecurity hiding behind a fancy word.
Yeah, if it can be excellent, they rather not start. It's a classy way to avoid failing by never actually trying. Well, and what for artists, right? Just one more draft, one more edit, one more stroke of the pen. I don't know. Or in your case, perfectionism even on a plate where the food cannot be touching.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't like my food to touch. But I'm not the only one who's a little obsessive because when we're watching TV, you notice the most minute details of imperfections in somebody's mannerisms or quirks or features. And something that, you know, nobody else, no other sane person would notice at all. But you are very good at noticing tiny details in
Hey,
people.
I would make a great witness for the prosecution.
Well, you know, perfectionism ultimately it doesn't make things better, it just makes them later if they happen at all.
Done and a little rough will always beat perfect and imaginary.
I agree with that.
Duh, dirty, dirty, dirty.
I think some smart people build lives that look great on paper but aren't actually that fun to live.
Right. Once people decide you're smart, they start telling you what you should do with your potential. Never mind what you want.
Yeah, I know I can think of one example in my life where one time a friend of mine talked me into not only getting a lot of computer and networking certifications, but then we got a job doing it somewhere. So, not that I was bad at it, I turned into a pretty good technician, but I never had a passion for it.
Yeah, well, you remember when we first bought the house, we started having all these pool parties, and then we realized, why are we doing this?
Yeah. Yeah, the pool was basically just a money pit by that point. So if your life still looks good on a resume, but it isn't making you happy, something's off.
It's amazing how many smart choices stop making sense once you admit you are the one who has to live with them.
All right, let's talk about ways that you can do a little less damage with that big brain of yours.
Don't worry, no 12-step programs are involved, just 5 simple steps.
Okay, and the first one is overthinking. If you catch yourself falling into the mental loop of overthinking, give yourself a deadline, say about 5 minutes.
Narrow it down to your top 2 options and pick one. If you can't do this in 5 minutes, you're stalling.
Okay, next one is rationalizing bad ideas. And before you do something, ask, would I tell a friend to do this in this exact situation?
And if that advice only sounds okay after a long explanation, it's probably not okay.
Next one is feelings you can't outsmart. Don't make big decisions when you're tired, angry, anxious, or lonely. Just hit pause.
And name what you're feeling out loud. Once you say, I'm anxious or I'm just hurt, you stop pretending it's logic.
And perfectionism. Give things a limit beforehand, set a reasonable standard, and stick to it. No more, just one more tweak.
If it meets the standard you'd set, it's done. Anything after that is fear pretending to be improvement.
And finally, living to impress. Anytime you're about to say yes to something big, listen for the word they. If your reason starts with they'll think, that's your red flag.
If the main payoff is how it looks to other people, it's probably not your choice, it's theirs. Being smart has never stopped anyone from making bad decisions.
The goal isn't to be the smartest person in the room, it's to stop using your intelligence to ruin your own life.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Go on, it'll make your brain really happy. I like this one, but they might think I'm too serious. The rooster shirt's really one of my favorites, but they might think it's too much.
Who exactly is they?
People?
People don't care. Just wear the one that doesn't itch.
Okay, rooster shirt it is.